Hello again, friends. Okay, it's Teresa from Star Stylist Homestead, and tonight, to go with my bread from this morning, I'm making my linguiça and peppers. It's usually linguiça and onions and green peppers. I don't have just green peppers, so I'm using my mixture of red peppers, green peppers, and yellow peppers, which are fine. It's no big deal. This is a Portuguese favorite. Yum, yum, yummy. And I just put oil in my pan. I'm gonna put some butter in here. You don't really need it because there's so much grease in linguiça, but I don't want it sticking either. So I just want to show you what I'm doing. I cut my onions and I have my other things in the strainer, and I'm just going to show you. I cut my linguiça in half because the peel is so, let me see if I can get you a little closer without burning my thing here. Hold on. There we go. I cut it in half this way. The casing is so tough that when you go to take a bite, you can't bite through the casing. So I just cut them in small pieces like this. And I always eat them before I'm cooking them. I have my stove on medium heat right now. So this is what we're going to do. And we're going to stick the linguiça in the pan and get that frying up. And I usually use one linguiça and one chorizo. We say chorizo. I've always said chorizo. Okay. This one is the mild sausage. The chorizo is a spicy sausage. My husband's not too fond of that. Matter of fact, he's not all that fond of linguiça either, which is odd because there's not much he doesn't like. The one thing my husband could do without is lobster. Really? Lobster is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite. I will even go over to Kroger and I'll buy lobster tails and have them steam them right there and eat those all by myself. Love them. Dipped in butter, of course. But this is the way I cut them. You can cut them just whole like this, not the halves, and have a nice big whole piece, but that's a mouthful. And this goes a longer way, so this is what I'm doing. And we didn't used to be able to get this down south. So I hated that because for the first, I don't know, 10 years, I wasn't able to get it. Let me put you back up here. And then all of a sudden, of all places, Publix, you know, that's one of the most expensive grocery stores around. They started carrying it. So just for one package of this, I think it's $7.99, might be more now. Okay, so I'm going to put you back over here so I'm not splashing. And put this in our pan. I'm going to cook the linguiça first. I like to get it nice and crispy. Not burnt, just crispy. Usually, when you're cooking, it's always the onions first. You know, onions are always the first thing to cook. But not in this case, because I want to get this nice and, like I said, nice and crispy. And then we're going to add I'll take this out of the pan, and I'll keep the grease that comes out of this in that pan, and then I'll throw the onions and green peppers and stuff in there and cook that up, and then we'll add it all together. And then we'll be putting them in our rolls, our Portuguese rolls. And look, I couldn't resist. I took a bite. I've noticed buying rolls at Walmart or Kroger, you know, the fresh rolls. If we don't eat all the rolls, 2 days later, they're full of mold. Of course, because they don't have all the preservatives in them, right? So I figured, you know what? Why buy them and throw them away? I'll just make my own, make them bigger for one meal, and have them. My house already smells good. This stuff is amazing. And I do like the shitties also. I was going to take another package out, but I said, this is good for one meal for the 3 of us. So, and as far as last night's Hawaiian salad, that actually came out. I gave some to my husband with the salad for lunch today. He wanted some, and sitting in the fridge with the ham and the pineapple in it actually tasted a little better. Still won't make it again, not like that, but at least I don't think it's going to go to waste. So anyway, I'm going to get this frying up, and once this is done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like before I slap the next one in and bring you all together. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to show you. These are getting ready to come out now. You see? Nice and crispy. Not burnt, just crispy. So, I'm going to pull these over so that we can keep a lot of that grease in there. And oops. I'm going to take these out. Because that's going to actually, you notice I didn't put any spices or anything in here. No salt, pepper, nothing. Because you don't need it. Okay, and I have that grease still left in there. And the flavor from the linguiça. And now we're going to add our onions and peppers in here. Like I said, it's usually done with just green peppers. But because I didn't have any just green peppers, I used my my frozen ones. And we're going to get these cooked up. We don't want them, we want to be able to bite into them al dente, but cooked. So that's what we're going for, and this won't take long at all. Pan's nice and hot. Some people put garlic. I'm not one of those people at all. So, and personally, I think it looks pretty with the green peppers and red peppers and yellow. I did add more onion because you never get enough onion. So I cut up an onion before I started the video. And that's what we have so far. So I will, once this is done, I'll add those back in here and mix it all together. I'll bring you back for that. And putting together and the taste test, because the taste test, almost as much as lobster. by the way, once this started cooking, you definitely want to put a lid on it. And I did add a little bit of salt to get some of the moisture out of the onions. And I figured, oh, what the heck, I'll put a little pepper too. So I did add a little pepper. But I want that juice because I don't want it all super dry. So once that starts, of course, I know the salt dries out the juices, but the steam also helps keep the juices in. So cover it, and you won't be sorry. If you can find it, it's called Linguiça and Peppers. You'll love it. Be right back. Alrighty, and I'm back. And this is what we have. Okay. They're almost translucent. But now, I'm going to add the linguiça back in. Okay. I'm going to mix all those flavors together. See, and that's a nice hearty meal. This will make quite a few of those. Good. 4 of them. All those buns. So now I'm just going to let this cook up for a few minutes. Covered. And we'll bring you back for the final. Okay, guys. There you have it. Check that out. Doesn't that look delicious? And now, I'm going to fill my bun. I've already put my mayonnaise in there. Look at that. I'm going to cut it a piece off. I don't usually cut it like that because now it's going to fall apart on me. But, yep, it did. It fell apart on me because I cut it. But, it's okay. Now I'm going to do the taste test. Taste test it is. Go over this bowl. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. With the Portuguese bread, our Portuguese dish, Portuguese linguiça. That's awesome, guys. Mm. And this is why I cut it in half. Because the casing on that is so hard to get your teeth through. So if you had it in one huge round piece, it'd be hard to chew. That is amazing. I hope you guys try it. You won't be sorry. Like and subscribe. And I will see you again soon. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you all. Have a good night.